Well, the 2012 vacation has begun. First stop will be Augusta, Georgia. And I should be there in about 5 hours. Webb Road. Yes. Going down 85 south. And we got Webb Road. You'll see the sign right here. Webb Road. I'm in China Grove, North Carolina, right above Kannapolis and Charlotte. China Grove, North Carolina. If you look over there, you might be able to get a glimpse of Charlotte across the highway. I'm in South Carolina right now. I'm just a little ways past Spartanburg. Spartanburg is about 10 miles north of where I am right now. And in a little while, I'll be at the South Carolina-Georgia border. Gas prices here are dirt cheap. $3.59 a gallon. We pay $3.83 up in North Carolina. This is the cheapest state to buy gas in. Once again, I am just south of Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I'm going southbound on Route 85. The road to Augusta, US 25. This goes from Greenville, South Carolina to Augusta, Georgia, which is my first stop. Well, we're still on Route 25 south. I'm about 35 miles north of Augusta, Georgia right now. 25 has a different look to it. It's become very back road-ish. One thing about South Carolina, it will remind you of New Jersey. Two states look very much alike. It should be there in about 45 minutes to Augusta. And Route 25 takes yet another appearance. I am 18 miles away from Augusta now. Should be there pretty soon. Now there you have it, folks. There's the Augusta Green Jackets baseball stadium. I am not sure what the name of this stadium is yet. So I will find out and I will bring it to you later. Also find out who tonight's opponent is. There you go. Nice little lake over here. That's pretty cool. A big park there too. See you inside. Check this out. Lake over here. So I can zoom in on it a little bit. Ballpark here. Nice. Now there's something you don't usually see at a ballpark. It's let off a pretty nice smell too. And a nice odor to it. That's what they call their cool zone. They have a wall right here that has the division championships and league championships that this team has won 99, 96, 89, and 2008 they won the championship. Last year they were just a division champion. Now I just stopped and had a pretty good breakfast at Denny's here in Georgia. It's kind of ironic. The name of the town here is called Greensboro. And up home, I live very close to Greensboro, North Carolina. This is Greensboro, Georgia. It just worked out that way. Here at Harvest Baptist Tabernacle, this church is pastored by Dr. Joe Arthur here in Jonesboro, Georgia. Here for Wednesday midweek service. Dr. Arthur preaches at Sword of the Lord Conference up in my home church up in North Carolina every July. Tonight I'm at his church.
But the Lord was in it because this was His design.
Amen. This is the
I was
inside of the church.
Baptismal up there, and we got a large choir on Sundays, and just about every seat up there is filled up.
This is the sound room where they record the messages that Brother Arthur and his assistant pastor preaches.
Yeah. Anybody that works for the Department of Labor, I need to know.
This is the foyer area of the church here.
About 6 years ago, I had one deer got handsome. I had
Stock food for the
This is
homeless people
the
and needy folks.
fellowship hall right here. Which goes right into the foyer right here. Yeah, this is Joe Arthur Jr., the pastor's son. And in the background here, you said this is the Awanas and the Spanish ministry, right?
Yes, sir.
Spanish church.
Awanas, Sunday morning Spanish. And behind you is the auditorium. We have our Sunday morning, Sunday night worship with the adult Bible study on Wednesday nights. And the other side of the building is the Timothy building where the teens meet for worship on Wednesday nights.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that's nice was last night I ate at Captain D's Seafood across the street from the motel, and it was good. Oh, it was good. I recommend that to anybody. We're in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, folks. I have no clue where I'm at. But as usual, I will figure it. This apparently is the street that the ballpark's on, Coosa. Montgomery, Alabama. It's got some weird corners to it. Weird angles that the streets go at. You can see part of the downtown right there. You can see the flags and the one building that's got the point on it. That's right down the center of town. This is the ballpark right here. This building right here is the ballpark. And I'm parked right here at the meter. You don't have to feed the meter after 5 o'clock. Now, the one thing I found out was we're in the Central Time Zone. So what I thought was 5 o'clock was actually 4 o'clock. So I did have to feed the meter. Just a little bit though, 35 cents. Now it's a waiting game. It's 9 minutes after 5 in the Central Time Zone. The game starts at 7. This is a place over here called Dreamland, right before that tank that says the alley. Shows the picture of that guy in a cook's hat smoking a cigar. Has some pretty good ribs inside there for dinner. I thought that picture looked pretty cool, so I took a picture of it in a little video. Now, in relation to the ballpark. Ballpark, it's right here. There we go. Got a picture of the sign for it.
Bernie Reicher's going to dance first. Wayne's going to dance second, and then they're both going to dance at the same time. Fans, we'll get you watching because you got to decide who's the better dancer. All right, guys, are you ready? Let's get that music going, Rick. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, Grant, let's see what you got, bud. What you got, Grant? Show us some moves, bud. What you got, man? Show us some moves. Look at that. All right, at the same time, let's go. Look at these moves. I can never do this.
Two and a 7th. Well, nice way to end the game. We're up 6-2 on a train that's passing by. And tooting its horn. This is the room at the Rodeway Inn I got here in Birmingham, Alabama. To pay a little bit more for this one because it's now a Friday. $44 plus tax per night. This is the room at the Rodeway Inn I got here in Birmingham, Alabama. To pay a little bit more for this one because it's now a Friday. $44 plus tax per night. I am here at Regions Park to watch a game between the Birmingham Barons and Mississippi. Not quite sure what their name is. Yet another new ballpark I haven't been to yet. Well, in Regions Park now. And this place is pretty nice. You walk in, and you are immediately in the last row of general admission, which is the cheapest seat you can buy, $7. With my bad wheels, that works good for me. I don't think it's a bad seat in the place. Now all we got to do is hope the Barons win.
And now it's time for your 2012 Birmingham Barons starting lineup, presented by Pearl River Resort. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 3, Tyler Saladino. Batting second, playing second base, number 5, Drew Garcia. Batting third, at first base, number 44, Andy Wilkins. Batting fourth, at third base, number 17, Corey Smith. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 40, Jose Martinez. Batting sixth, playing center field, number 4, Jerry Mitchell. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 25, John Gilmore. Batting eighth, and catching tonight, number 20, Tommaso Espino. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 2, Justin Green. Right on tonight, for the Barons, number 30, Nestor Molina. The Barons are managed by Bobby McAllis, hitting coach Brandon Moore, pitching coach Bobby McMahon, athletic director Josh Allen, spring and conditioning coach Raymond Smith. Make sure you visit Pearl River Resort in Choctaw, Mississippi.
There is one other detail about this ballpark you should know. Back in the 1990s, a certain basketball player by the name of Michael Jordan, who played for the Chicago Bulls, decided he wanted to play baseball for a few years. This is where he played. This is the team that he played for, the Birmingham Barons. And then after a few years, he went back to basketball. Okay, that's nice, a double. Tyler Saladino, who played for the Winston-Salem Dash last year, just got a double. Drew Garcia, he's another ex-Winston-Salem Dash. By the way, this team is the AA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. The Winston-Salem Dash are the single A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, so there'll be a lot of familiar names here tonight. Hey, that will get the run in. A single by Andy Wilkins. 1-0 Barons. I'll tell you what, the serving size of food here is massive. Look at the size of that ice cream cone. $3. Just like every other minor league stadium, we have entertainment in between the innings. This game has turned into be a real blowout. The score at the end of 4.5 innings is Birmingham 8 and Mississippi nothing. Crowd here tonight too. The concession area here is pretty neat. Got pictures of some of the old teams here. 1981 team. Here's the 1948 team. And up here we have the 2002 Southern League champion team. This is the concession stand. The ice cream I had earlier was purchased right at that stand right there. Next year is supposed to get a new stadium in Birmingham for the Barons. This is the last year for this stadium. And then on top of that, at the end of the game, they have fireworks. Well, I'm on my way to Huntsville, Alabama now. But there's one last thing in Birmingham, or Birmingham, however you like to pronounce it, that I wanted to get a video of, and that is this hill. This hill was fun to drive during the time I was there. There wasn't much else in Birmingham besides the team winning 10-0 last night, but some roads are just fun to drive. This hill is pretty massive, so I had to get video of it. I'm sorry. Sorry about boring you. I had to get video. Dun, 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 dun. And that's it, folks. That's it for the hill. Here you have it, folks. Here's Birmingham right there. Until the tractor trailer passed me and blocked my view. At a restaurant called the Huddle House. Inside the bathroom stall, there's a table here with not one, but probably 20 tracks on it. When you see something like this, it's not one person. It's the ownership of the restaurant. I like that. I really like that. just south of Huntsville, Alabama. I stopped to have breakfast at a place called the Huddle House. When the waitresses pick up their orders here, the cook yells, "Huddle up, huddle up." And that's how they got their name. The food is good. The service is excellent. But unlike North Carolina and Pennsylvania, Alabama has not adapted a no smoking rule yet. That was kind of gross. And remember, North Carolina's #1 product is tobacco. But our restaurants are non-smoking. Alabama, wake up and smell the coffee. Preferably the Huddle House's coffee. Huntsville, Alabama, and I hope you can hear me okay because the wind has really decided to pick up a little bit. You can see that in the trees. Huntsville has a space center, a NASA space center in there. You can see a rocket back there in the background. So I'm going to take the next 2 hours and I'm going to see what this is all about and hopefully get some film of it. I don't know what this is, but it looks like fun. Why can't a 400-pound guy like me play this type of game? Okay, my vote's for the guy in the red.
Are you taking a picture?
In the distance, it was pretty obvious that we were confronted with a choice: either go evacuate immediately and move west, or wait for the Red Army to open.
They're talking about the Russian space program there. Wow, what a lovely coat of charcoal paint this thing has. But I guess it's like that for a reason. I don't know what that is. Yesterday's spacesuit, tomorrow's three-piece suit. Here's JFK. Cool. I think I'd be able to fit in there. Nice view of the moon there. As black and white as a Dalmatian. Yes, the space program was being planned back in the days of black and white television. This is Werner von Braun. That is the focus of the documentary. I have no clue what this is, but I'm guessing it probably wants to walk on the moon. They're staring at me. Hey, check this out, black and white television. Onward to the future. But you know, when they probably did that picture, it was their future, but it's probably my past right now. That's kind of cool, isn't it? See anybody you know there? There you go. Some kid owned a wagon and he made it space age. He motorized it. Cool. The moon.
Yeah.
We have some serious lunar terrain right here. I guess this is where they train the people to deal with missiles. Right here. And well, I mean not here in this building, but this is the type of equipment they use. There's old Mary Jane. Or at least that's what her inscription says. Middle of some desert. Things, I don't know what they are, but it is kind of cool looking at it though. I enjoy that. Well, like this right here, this is a turbine engine. The way I know that is it tells you about it right here. Check this out. Start here at the bottom and work our way to the top. Yes, they are all ready for battle. Whether it be the enemy or whether it just be arrogant insects, they are ready for battle. Check this out. You can actually get in there and try to drive one of those things. It's an Apache helicopter. And I would guess that when you were in there trying to drive it, what you are doing will come out on these screens right here. So you see right there, there are two people that are in there. How cool is that? That looks pretty cool.
alert to an emergency. There's an abort button above your head. Okay. Now, the base seems to have cleared us for contact with our V-Stall shuttle, so let's get this show on the road. V-Stall 5, Mars Rover 1 is positioned for contact. Roger, V-Stall. Okay, on our way. Sit back and enjoy this spectacular scenery. That's Alpha Base just out there on our port side. Now listen, folks, I shouldn't really be telling you this, but back in the 90s, our Pathfinder crew picked up some weird signals from this crater. No one's really been back to check them out. Could be we'll find some little green men down there. I wouldn't hold your breath. Negative, V-Stall. Just dust on the floor real quick. Roger, V-Stall. No problem.
Wow, this is intense.
Nothing to worry about, folks. It's dust. Dense. In fact, I've never seen it so dense. Hey, what's this? Looks like a cave. No. Wow! Can you see this back there? Looks like we found ourselves a real-life Martian theme park. And this track looks just like a roller coaster. Coaster. You folks better hold tight back there. We're locked on, and I don't know what's coming next. Now, folks, I don't want to worry you anymore, but it's music. Well, hey, this may sound like Nashville, but I ain't got no culture like this in Tennessee.
Experiencing this live is so cool.
Oh, here we go again. Wow. Those Martian guys sure know how to build a coaster. This is fun, so let's just sit back and enjoy the ride. Better call in folks at NASA. No, on second thought, make that CNN. We got a story.
Wow.
If you have enjoyed the ride, please remain in your seat until the doors are fully opened and mind your step as you exit the capsule.
That was intense. This looks pretty cool. All the different medallions from all the different space missions. You got different type of rockets here. That's pretty cool. Mars and beyond. That's just where we were in that ride.
I now have the pleasure of reporting to the VIP people everyone. The advanced cameras of color and humanity first generation.
Earlier today, it was Hubble.
Our pictures of these galaxies
Now it's Hubble.
all strong across from the dark
For a minute there, I thought Uranus ran us, but it didn't. It's right here at the beginning of the parking lot. There you have it. Space and Rocket Center here in Huntsville, Alabama. Pretty cool. I'm at Joe W. Davis Municipal Stadium, where tonight I will be watching the Huntsville Stars. It's a rather old stadium. Ticket costs aren't that bad, but they charge you $4 to park. That's high. I almost made my way to this stadium last year, about a week after the bad tornado that ravaged this city. Ended up going to Atlanta instead, and I saw a rain out. Chances are, if I would have came here, they probably wouldn't have had electricity. So there probably would have been no game. Pretty neat looking stadium. Pretty good sized crowd for as old as this place is. Hoping to see a good game tonight. Stadium looks a lot better on the inside than it does on the outside. Got a mighty good view of home plate here.
Welcome to the Huntsville Continental League. Their home park is University Park. Board chairperson is Peter McConnell. The Little League baseball coordinator is Gloria Denver. And the softball coordinator is Jenny Vanella.
Concession area. It is game time. Right down the third baseline, I found me a comfortable seat where I have a lot of leg room. And to make things better, Stars took a 1-0 lead. Makes that a 2-0 lead. I like the way this stadium is laid out. I mean, it looks like, you know, if all those seats over there were full, you know, you'd have probably 15,000 fans on top of all the action. This is a pretty good sized stadium. And you got an area over here where I guess you're going to have barbecues. Not barbecue, that's a way of life in the South. Barbecues. You know, like chicken, hot dogs, and stuff like that. And then you got bleacher seats over here. My ticket to get in was only $5 because I'm a senior. The parking was $4, so got a deal on one end and got ripped off on the other. I might do something I've never done at a baseball game before. Leave early. It is freezing out there. We're losing 4-2 in the third inning. The teams that are playing Huntsville, the team in white, is a AA affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers. Jackson, the team in gray, is the AA affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. These two teams are in the same league as Montgomery and same league as Birmingham. And Raleigh used to have a team in this league, but Raleigh switched over to the Carolina League.
Try to get you to wait up. She couldn't hear me.
Before I leave, the one thing I will say about this stadium is that the sightlines in here are very good. You can see the game from just about everywhere. Before I leave, the one thing I will say about this stadium is the sightlines in here are very good. And that's a home run. So now it's a 4-4 tie. And as I was saying, the sightlines are very good. Check this out. How many times can you drive down a road and see a rocket hovering over top? That's exactly what I'm looking at right now. And you can see it for miles. This is Route 565, Huntsville, Alabama. I'm going westbound. Here's our rocket again. Out on the road again. Once again, I'm out on the road. This time I am bound for Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I'm on 231 North. Murfreesboro is about 75 miles straight in front of me. Huntsville is probably about 20 miles behind me right now, right on this same road. Today, it's Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville. Once again, I'm here at Franklin Rhodes Baptist Church, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And that's Charlie. I'm at my motel here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, staying in the O'Connell Lodge. And it's probably the nicest of all the motels that I stayed in. Right off of Route 24. And that's Franklin Road right out there that you see through the curtains. I was attending church services today at Franklin Rhodes Baptist Church, so it makes sense that I would get a motel on Franklin Road, which in past years I had gone to different hotels and motels. But this year was O'Connell Lodge, and looks like I made a good decision. Because of all the ones I stayed in so far this week, this is the nicest one. Beautiful, beautiful stadium. In my opinion, it's the best stadium in all baseball. Look at the size of that scoreboard. You have a missing section, which is right next to us. Fine home plate, where those people are sitting in the right field first base area. If they want to look at the city skyline, they can. From here, we look at the river and the stately homes over in Kentucky. It's right across the river. If you look into the lights up there, you can actually see how hard it's raining. But they will play baseball in rain as long as it's safe and there's no lightning. But the light standards tell a story. their best to keep the field in good shape so the game keeps going. Talk about a good seating area. Check this out. Scoreboard. Playing field. River. City skyline. From where I'm at, okay, bases loaded. 1 out. Reds trailing 2-1. The Reds' 1 run came on a Scott Rowland homer.
JT Snow plays
This is former Philly Wilson Valdez at bat. Let's see if he can drive in a few runs. He sure does. Unless that was foul. That foul ball.
That's a hell of a bunt.
Bases loaded with Reds. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. It's 2-1 San Francisco. The 1 Reds run came on a Scott Rowland home run. Let's see if Wilson Valdez can do something. Even a walk drives on a run. Good base hit will put the Reds in the lead. That'll get in 1 run. Okay, try again.
Joke to me, Blue.
See if Joey Votto can do something here. Base hit is all he needs.
Stupid even throwing the pitch.
Or a wild pitch.
Did I call it? Did I call it?
Reds are now in the lead, 3-2.
Okay, so that makes up for the box call for Fastlane, all right? Are we in agreement? You don't worry about that. We'll take whatever we can get. We Cincinnati Bucks are down. Hey, throw another one. We need 6 more. We're going 79 triples.
City skyline of Cincinnati, Ohio. And the ball field. You see up there, there are places where you can get food to eat at, and you can see the game while you're getting your food. And of course there's the missing section behind home plate, so people that want to see the city skyline from the field can.
Smiling.
On an elevator going out to the parking lot with the Reds mascot here.
That's what you call. That's what you call.
Rather quiet guy.
Barely getting your head through the door.
Yeah, we have a couple guys in my office like that.
He's about 8 feet tall too. Now, to give you an idea where I'm parked, you see the Great American Insurance Building over here. You see the Scripps Building right here. A real nice tall one. There's a street that goes up a hill in between those two. I have to walk down to the next intersection, cross 2 streets, and one eastbound and one westbound, and then walk halfway up the hill and into the parking garage. Now, to give you an idea of how far it is from the stadium, there's the stadium right there. So I had to walk all the way out of there, across here, right to where I'm at now, down to the next corner, cross over the street with the traffic coming toward me, cross over the street with the traffic going away from me, and walk halfway up that block. And then into this building here, the parking garage. And then I'm on the 7th floor of the parking garage. But an elevator takes care of all that. So I'm getting a little exercise tonight.
Gathering all of our paints this morning.
Check this out. That's a bathtub.
And I'm going to do a masterpiece.
And I'm in a restaurant. Fruit Loops. Yeah, that's me. Good afternoon. I am here in Milford, Ohio at Roosters with my YouTube friend Mike Desmond, who watches all my videos, and so does his wife, and this video is kind of for her so she could get a nice video of her husband.
Find out where I've been all day.
You're right. And also see me in the same video. And of course, obviously, she's been at Roosters, so she's going to recognize everything here. And she has watched my videos in the past, so it's just me acting goofy like I always do, or I guess loopy would be a better word for it.
Nah, he's just boring.
Yeah,
he's just boring.
I'm boring you here in Cincinnati. Here at Roosters. And this was a suggestion of Mike's, and he had mentioned it to me a while ago, and while we were trying to decide where to go to eat, I just happened to remember he talked about Roosters, so we came here, and I like it. So you got anything to say, Mike, for...
Oh, I got to do it. Let me do it. Thank you for allowing me to bore you.
And have a nice day. Bye. Bye. The city up in the distance there is Dayton, Ohio. I've left Cincinnati. I'm on my way to Michigan now. This is Dayton, Ohio, up in the distance. Look at this. Route 30. I am going northbound right now on 75. This is Route 30. It's the longest east-west road in the United States. It goes from the Atlantic Ocean in New Jersey to the Pacific Ocean up near Seattle. And it also used to go a mile from my house in Pennsylvania. And just crossing by, that's the overpass right there, Route 30 here in Ohio. Pretty nifty, eh? Getting near the Michigan border now. Ann Arbor and Detroit are the two places on those signs. And I'm headed toward Ann Arbor. Love the name of this town here. Ypsilanti. We're in Ypsilanti, Michigan right now. Weberville. How about that? Weberville. You saw it? Well, this is something a little different. I'm here at Cooley-Law Stadium, which is the home of the Lansing Lugnuts. You can see their logo right there. I found out that the Lugnuts played at 10:30 this morning. I was still in Cincinnati at 10:30 this morning. So I'm on my way to Grand Rapids. I figured I'd see a game in Lansing because the Grand Rapids team is not home, and well, the Lansing team played this morning. So at least I'm able to get a few pictures, a little bit of video, the inside of their stadium. It's an older stadium, but it's done up really nice. Now there's one thing I'll miss out on right there. I could have bought a hat. But with it just being a couple of high school teams playing here tonight, no hat for me. This is the DeWitt Panthers and I think Fairless Hills, I think, was the other team. There you go. The stadium here in Lansing. Never thought I'd be at a baseball stadium during a game with the stadium being this empty. Better days ahead. And as for me, I'll be on my way to Grand Rapids. Fifth Third Bank. Used to have a credit card with them years ago. No longer though. And there is the city of Lansing, Michigan. Here's the outside of the stadium. Home of the Lansing Lugnuts. The nice thing about this is, number one, I did not have to deal with having to find parking and worry about my car. I just parked in this little lot right here where they generally don't allow parking, but it's okay because it's a high school game and the Lugnuts are not in the stadium right now. And I saved the cost of parking. The admission was free, and I was able to go in and take pictures of the stadium. So I accomplished half of what I did, and it cost me nothing. So that was nice. Now I'll be on my way to the Grand Rapids, Holland area. I'll be able to get there a little earlier. Maybe have dinner or something. Downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan. Check this out for a while and then make my way over to Holland, Michigan. Stopped in a neighboring town called Hudsonville and had some dinner. Ribs and steak. Boy, was it good. And good for you. Well, Kind of feels a little different waking up in a hotel where you see a field right across the street from you. This is very, very rural. I like that. Oh, we even got some joggers out there this morning. Look at this. This is the intersection of Waverly and I don't know what the name of the other street is, but it's kind of neat. Pretty decent amount of traffic coming by there too. And for those of you who know Holland, about a block to a block and a half to the left in the picture would be 16th Street. Now, for the tour of my hotel room. I'm gonna have to stand up so you can see the rest of it. Now, there's the rest of the tour there. That's where I got my sleep last night, in that bed right there. There you have it. This doesn't look like much, but it's the Star Theater. It's part of the Dutch Village. They let me in to just drive around and take pictures. It's $10 to get in here, but it's raining right now, so there's a lot of walking that you would do within the village, and I'm going to wait out the rain to see if it stops raining, and then if it does stop raining, then I'll probably pay the $10 and go in the village. But as for right now, I'm just going to take some pictures from the outside. Neat little village they have here. There's your Dutch village across the water there that I was talking about. Check this out. Got some geese in the water here too. And a lot of different things you can walk into over there, and you just walk from village to village. It's set up to be exactly like it is over in Holland, over in Europe. Pretty cool, huh? A little more of it. This is about the closest I'll get until I pay the $10, but I'm going to wait out the rain, because I don't think it's going to be that much fun doing it in the rain. I'm still here a few more days, so I can do it tomorrow afternoon. I can do it Monday. So I'm going to just wait out the rain and see what happens. Pretty neat. That noise is just this bus. Check out the tulips. Well, hopefully it will stop raining soon, and we'll see more of this. Driving down the back roads of Holland, Michigan. Gotta love it. Get a real feel for what this town looks like. I believe this is James Street. Directions to the church. Chicago Drive in Hudsonville. Right before it gets to Van Buren Street, it crosses 32nd Avenue. And looks like it's this Balaam Drive or Beeson Drive across the way from 32nd. want to make a sharp left turn on, or right turn onto 32nd Avenue, and then make a left on Hudson, and then make a left on Pleasant, or come off of Chicago, turn right on Van Buren, turn right on Pleasant to go to the church. We are here at, and what's the name of this place?
Tunnel Park.
Tunnel Park. We actually have a path that goes up here, or what some people might call a tunnel. There are trees over top of it. And that's going to lead us, I guess, up to Lake Michigan, right?
Yep.
This is my friend the Pauly Man.
Hello.
Also known as Rico.
And a whole bunch of other names.
And a whole bunch of other names. And I guess what we're going to do here today is what Alligator says is get her done.
Get her done.
You're going to get some good videos, some good pictures here today. This is part of a park. And as you can see, the park is back there, and that's also where we parked.
Parked in the park.
Parked in the park, yeah. And let's see what this holds in store for us. Okay, this is a bit different. We're in a tunnel, which will come out, hopefully, at Lake Michigan. Here we go, folks. This is Lake Michigan. Kind of deserted right now because it's only April and that water is probably ice cold. But
only a mere 33 probably.
Yeah. You can see a nice boat out there. This is where the Pauly Man's character, called Rico, bathes. On many occasions we have seen videos where Pauly Man will set up the camera with this tripod and take video of himself being out in the lake
and getting a lot of strange looks from other people.
When you do those videos, do you get a lot of reaction from others?
Some. I mean, get kind of like weird looks every once in a while, but Rico doesn't mind, and neither do I, so kind of plays along with it. In fact, he considers that a compliment, you know.
Our friend from Australia, Heidi, was saying one time, like when she sings, she got people looking at her all the time. She's like, oh well, I'll probably never see him again. So let them think what they got to think, you know. Which is true. I mean, you can only get one good chance to vlog, and here it is. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Now,
how you doing? Good.
Pretty good. Now, how far across the lake there is Canada?
Actually, I think that might be more of a Wisconsin type of thing. I think going whichever way's north, probably that way. It's probably more of the
So Canada would be off this way, yeah. Ontario, I guess, and then over this way here would be Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you can see, the beach is now getting more populated.
Surf's up.
And it's real calm this morning.
And you forgot your swim trunks, Adam.
Yeah, I did. I left them in my bathroom back in North Carolina.
Maybe next time.
Yep. Greetings from downtown Holland. This is the street that the Pauly Man, aka Paul, did a couple of his videos at. And he's going to take me down the street and I'm going to take some pictures of the exact same things. And we got a clock tower right here, which looks pretty cool. And Paul, what is the name of the street?
Good question. I think it's 8th Street.
8th Street, okay. And as you can see, it's tulip time right now here in Holland, which is kind of neat because the city name is Holland and it's tulip time. And over in the country of Holland, it is also tulip time. You know, where country of Holland, where Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague is. And this is just a city named Holland, which is in Michigan. Pretty cool. Across the way over there, behind that chair, you can see tulips. And I guess that's what these are also. They just haven't bloomed yet. In Holland, you have windmills. In Holland, Michigan, you have the Windmill Restaurant. Of course, you know I'd always find a place that's got food. Once again, tulips. Polling man told me this is his next vehicle.
Right here.
Good on gas.
And if you believe that.
You have a bridge to sell us that goes over to Canada, right?
Yeah. I you're throwing a couple windmills.
There you go. Once again, the Windmill Restaurant.
Pretty cool. Nike wooden shoes. Just do it.
I've never seen anything like that before. I've seen wooden shoes. I've seen the Nike swoosh, but I've never seen the Nike swoosh on wooden shoes. And they got them for women too.
Oh, gotta be equal always.
And then here we have a restaurant that doesn't know whether it wants to root for Michigan or Michigan State.
That's not anybody.
It's called the 8th Street Grill. They fill growlers. And everything is fresh and homemade. Now this sign over here has me confused. It either says White Black House Market or White House Black Market. Love to know the story behind that.
I think it's a new store from Washington, D.C.
Okay. Back to the tulips. Hey, they got a spot for a dog there. Look at this.
There you go.
Nice little fire plug.
I thought they watered it.
Dogs probably water it too. Okay, play us a tune. Oh, you're the quiet type. Okay. Guess we won't be hearing anything coming out of their mouths today, but they sure do look good there with their instruments and music. And one guy in the back playing the bass looks familiar. Yeah, it'll come to me. Now we gotta figure out which one of them put these steps here. I'm gonna guess it's probably the guy in the bass. Got a place here called Sandcastle. And then right next to it, you have the Alpen Rose Cafe Conditori. Hope I pronounced that right. Snack time! Check that out. And of course over here we have tulips. Got some red ones there and got some yellow with a trace of red there. We've got a store across the way called Boars. You know how my video ends. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. And have a great day. Oh, what a pizza shop too. And this looks like a interesting thing up here. I'm going to take a picture of that when I get up there. Here we got fire. Well, you can feel the heat coming off that thing too. It's kind of something that's a little bit different for the middle of the city. And then it appears there's a movie theater way down here. And a coffee bar over here, which the Polyman has frequented before in his videos. This is with fudge in here. Looks pretty cool. I'm allergic to chocolate, but Polyman's not. Hear that, Graham? Polyman's not. Maybe we'll send you some sometime.
Send you leftovers.
Yeah, there you go. Over here we have an Irish pub here in Holland called the Carragh. And it's got tulips in front of it. Yes, folks, it's coffee. Look at all these different cups in the window here. And this place is also known for its coffee smoothies. We have a nice little park rest area in here. And of course, you know there's got to be tulips in there. There's some right there. And they also have an information booth on the tulips. So,
no information.
But today they're closed. Northern Rustics. Hey, look, there's our White House Black Market, White-Black House Market store. I was talking about earlier.
Shot here.
Right here we got my next pair of shorts. Buck Snort and Moose Caboose. The Bears.
Something for Ted.
There it is.
Okay, I'm losing my magic touch here. There used to be a time during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, every time I would film a clock, the clock would say 4:30. Now it says 10 minutes to 4. So I guess 4:30 is a thing of the past. But it's a pretty cool building there, built in 1892. You couple that with the sound of a couple motorcycles going by and you got yourself a good video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Graham face. You've seen it before on my videos. You've seen it before on Graham's videos. Now you're seeing it in the center of Holland. The Graham face.